Mm, 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 mm. Boom, boom, boom. Psh, 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 boom, boom, boom. Straight talk. Straight talk. Straight talk. Straight talk. I ain't the legend. You the legend. I saw you dancing. Uh-huh. Straight talk. Straight talk. Sky, what up? What up? All right, yeah. Straight talk. Straight talk leads to straight understanding. Straight talk. That's what I'm talking about, y'all. Straight understanding. Straight talk. Straight talk. All right, I'm gonna check over here real quick. What's going on, Tad? What's up? Hope you're feeling better. Straight talk. What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Straight talk. Straight talk leads to straight understanding. I'm Sean Bolden. Straight talk. We're gonna talk about some topics today. Straight talk. That's what I'm talking about. D Mac, what's going down? Straight talk. Straight talk leads to straight understanding. My name is Sean B. Sean Bolden. Straight talk. I'm sitting there acting like I'm doing a song or something, like I'm rhyming or something. Straight talk. I don't know why, but it's just feeling good right now, so I'm gonna keep it going. Straight talk. And yeah, we're gonna start talking. We're gonna start saying things and straight talk. All right. If you want to join me, raise your hand. Straight talk. Leads to straight understanding, and I hope you understand. Straight talk. I don't know why I'm freestyling like I am still an MC. Straight talk. Maybe because my name is Sean Bolden, but as an MC, I was Sean B. Straight talk. I see you, Rich. I see you, Mark. I see you, Mac. Straight talk. Straight understanding. Straight talk. Straight understanding. I'm Sean B. Straight talk. We about to get it started. We about to get it going. That's what we do. Straight talk. Tara T, I hope you're feeling better. Yeah, that's right, boo. Straight talk. All right. What's going on, y'all? Straight talk leads to straight understanding over here. Facebook over here. Instagram down here. YouTube and Facebook. So what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Straight Talk leads to straight understanding. We're gonna have some fun today, man. I want to smile. I want to have some happiness. I hope y'all see the happiness and joy in my spirit, and I hope it can reflect to y'all. The vibe can be exchanged, and we could just have some good times today. So what's going on? My name is Sean Bolden, Sean B. This is Straight Talk leads to straight understanding every Sunday at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we just talk about some subjects that's going on in life, some things. And I just give it to you straight. I have some guests that they want to join me. Last week we had Andreetta, and we had my man, Mr. B&B, his wife, at B&B Wifey, Akia Brown, Brian Brown, and Andreetta Gone. So that's what we did last week. We was talking about relationships and how you could be loyal to a relationship. And my man has 5 wives, and we was talking about having multiple wives, and his wife came on and shared her perspective as well. It was a great thing. If you want to go check it out, go to Straight Talk on IG, go back to Facebook. We have some there as well. So today, I'm going to talk about sex. Let's talk about sex, baby. But we also going to talk about love. All right, and kind of differentiate the two. You know what I mean? But before I get started, I just want to send some prayers. What's going on, Shawana? Send some prayers. Send some condolences to, first off, Big Paul. If y'all didn't see, I posted a live the last time Big Paul and I spoke on live or I posted that on my Facebook channel. I don't think I posted it on IG, but I did post it on Facebook. Great spirit, great guy. He passed away, industry veteran, had a heart attack from my understanding, and just a good guy. God bearing, God believer, a faith believer, believed in God. We spoke about that in our last conversation, and things of that nature. All right, seeing that we're gonna talk about sex and talking about love today. If anybody wants to join me either on Facebook, I see you, Tara and Shawana, on Instagram. All the people who are here, I see you, E. If you want to join, pretty E. I see you, Jenna. Just yeah, you can join me. But yeah, we're gonna talk about that. Secondly, I just said Big Paul, condolences and rest in peace. I also want to say to Miss Jacqueline Avon, who was murdered. I want to definitely shout and send my prayers and condolences to the Avon family, as well as Big Paul's family, and just say, man, life is the reason why I'm talking about sex is because I definitely want to, kind of differentiate where it leads us to. I had some conversation, and sex or lust leads us to places that wine sometimes leaves us in a hurt state of mind or what have you. But also love is missing, man. We ain't showing love to each other. You know what I'm saying? We ain't showing love to I went and saw one of my friends, and man, I was really disturbed by my meeting with him. It concerned me because it looked like he was overlooked. You know how you can overlook a homeless person and just walk past them? And seem like he'd been overlooked. So I definitely want to talk about that because I feel like I neglected sharing the love. Like I didn't give the opportunity to go see him. And I'm just encouraging everybody, send some love. Go check on the people you care for. Do a love check. Do a consideration. How you doing? Are you okay? Listen to people. Listen to when they are speaking, when they might not be okay. When they might say, I'm all right. Double check. What you mean by all right? What you mean by, are you good? What you mean by good? Because, it really touched my heart and in that circumstance. And it just really, I'm reflecting on it now. And I'm sharing with everybody, let there be some love out there. I like to see smile. I don't like when people are constrained to work and constrained to regularity or constrained to just the cycle of life that they live if they're not smiling while they're doing it, if they're not happy while they're doing it. And I find a lot of people at their 9 to 5s, aren't always smiling or aren't always happy, are just going through the motion, and I'm not talking about just because you might be living check to check or anything. There's a lot of people living like that, but there's some people who are living like that, but actually have joy in their heart and their spirit, and you can hear it. You can feel it when you're around them. And there's some people who really are struggling, and that's really what I want to talk about. People are struggling. So that's the part of love that I want to talk about. And then I'm going to talk about sex and sex. Because sex really throws us for a cue sometimes. As fellas, we sometimes go into sex and kind of bury our emotions about it and just go into physical attributes of it and are able to function that way sometimes. And sometimes women are the same way. But when we do that, we kind of connect with somebody but never connect with them. So unless you're both on the same page, and that's what it is, that could be mentally challenging for the other person. And if we ain't taking consideration into that, we scar people. We can scar a person. We can hurt a person. We can really challenge a person's mental for our own selfish needs, and we do it often. I've been guilty of it. I don't know about y'all. Anybody been guilty of, just going after getting your rocks off and not caring about what it might be doing to the person you're being intimate with? Not knowing that that person, whether it be male or female, might want something more, might want something different, might want something more fulfilling. Especially when y'all out there lying about it. Oh, nah, I love you, baby. Or yo, nah, I'm really attracted to you. I want something serious, and all you really want is some sex. Yo, that's messed up. Because you playing with somebody games. I tend to say people play games because people do. When you lie, you playing a game, and a lot of people, just lie conveniently, lie unconsciously, lie just to lie, and that really can touch people the wrong way, rub people the wrong way, and that don't only go in relation. It goes for all relationships, not just romantic relationship, but it also goes to business. I just had a business deal, right? I was going to go touch with some of my people and do a consultation, and I'm one that if I consult with you, you're either gonna love me or you're gonna hate me. And the reason why is because I'm going to tell you what it is. So, in the instance that I said, I told him, I don't like this question when a person says, "Oh, how much it's going to cost to to do what it is?" I'm like, "Yo, don't ask me how much it's going to cost unless you are prepared to fulfill that cost." Because I come from the major labels, I come from doing things in a major way. So the cost, if you're trying to start a label, for example, the cost to start a label 10 years ago, let's say when Interscope started, was $10 million. That's 10 years ago, $10 million. And unless you got $10 million you ready to invest or more because of inflation, stop asking me what it's going to cost to get to your pinnacle, because your expectation sometimes is so high. You want to be Beyonce, you want to be Jay-Z, you want to be Adele, you want to be all of these things that you don't have the budget or the ability to obtain, and yet you're going to ask me what it's going to take, which to me becomes a waste of my time. So I always reverse it and be like, what is it you got that you're comfortable with? Let's try and see if we could create a campaign around what you got towards where you want to go. And a lot of people don't say that. Most of the people be on that lying, gassing, yo, all right, we could do this, we could do that, and gassing them up, getting them more hype. Yo, yeah, I know how to do that. I just don't choose to do it. I ain't that type of promoter. When I used to promote, when we promote to a DJ, we promote to a program director or a retailer, I was never the type that would be on some, yo, this is the hottest thing, yo, unless it was. Now, if it was, I definitely was. But I'm on a, yo, how you like it? Yo, you tell me how you like it. I'm telling you, I need support on it. And that's what I need. And so instead of asking you if you like it, I was never that type, because I was like, yo, I don't care if you like it. I don't want you to like it. I want you to support it. I want you to play it. I want you to try it. And some people that rub the right way, some people rub the wrong way. But the way I look at it is, if you play it, then you supported it. It's like, here, if you're supporting somebody's efforts, business wise or on Instagram, for example, like their stuff, share their stuff, comment on their stuff, let people know that you like it, because that's what's helpful. Don't just say, I'm gonna support what you do, and can't even do a like. So what kind of support you gonna do when they need financial support, when they need you to purchase some of that product, or when they need you to purchase something? You could talk about it or you could do it. A lot of people like to talk. And I'm on one right now, because after seeing my friend that I said who that disturbed me, I don't want to hear people ask me about my friend if in fact you ain't asking him, or you ain't trying to show no support. And like I said, I was guilty of it. I was absent for some time. And when I saw it, that's why it was so touching to my spirit, so touching to my heart, because I'm like, damn, yo, what's going down? So here I am sharing all y'all. Do a wellness check. Do a wellness check. All right. Do a wellness check on your loved ones. Do a wellness check. Shoot, do a wellness check on me. How am I doing? Right now I'm doing fine. Sometimes I'm not. But yo, do a wellness check. The other day when I saw I wasn't doing fine. I was bothered. I was disturbed. I didn't even know how to really address it. You know what I'm saying? And this was like 2 days ago. And I just sat here and I really didn't know how to release it. I really didn't know how to express it. I had a couple of friends who asked me how things was. I'll do that, Shawana. I had a couple of friends, ask me how things was, and I didn't even. I was just like, "Yo, I'm a little disturbed," and I couldn't explain it, and definitely it became something that I had to reevaluate, and that's why the subject of today is sex. Let's talk about sex and let's talk about love. Because that wellness check, man. I saw one of my people post. I think it was Gary, Fat Gary from Linden and the industry, whichever Gary Bond. He said, "Yo, this is just a wellness check," and I felt that because I don't think we give wellness checks enough. I don't think we reach out to people as much as we could. I don't do it with my direct family as much as I could. So I know I don't do it with all of my friends. So to all my friends, everybody who here today, this is a direct, straight wellness talk, a straight talk to where I want to see is everybody all right. If you in the house and you hear me, just press and say, "Yo, I'm doing good," because I want to know that. You know, Pretty E says people don't do enough of that, especially from a sincere place. Well, straight talk. I'm just like, yo, if it ain't sincere, it ain't straight. And that's why I have these conversations because there are a lot of people who are not sincere. There are a lot of people who are not straight. And that's a whole nother topic. We can get on that that's a straight talk, exclusive, direct right there because there are a lot of people who are not. I'll say it again. There are a lot of people who are not genuine or sincere. We are taught to be selfish. I mean, we've been taught to be selfish in this country. We've been taught to be selfish in our families. We've been taught to be selfish in our schools. We've been taught to be selfish just in general. Yo, do what you got to do. Make sure you take care of yourself. And so naturally, that continues and extends into other areas in our life. So sincerity sometimes is waning when you are taught to be selfish because part of being sincere is having consideration for others, is not always just thinking about yourself. So, all right, I'm gonna get off that soapbox. I want to see some smiles. Are you happy doing what you're doing at work? Are you happy doing what you're doing for business? Are you happy doing what you're doing in life? Are you happy in your relationship? And if you're not, are you sharing it with, especially in your relationships, are you sharing it with your loved one? Are they selfish? Or are they trying to help you out to perhaps give some balance? And Shawana just says she happy just being her. Now, Shawana, I want to know, and I'm going to question this to everybody, what does that mean? Just being me. Because I understand it, but I really want to understand it a little better. What are you happy about being you? Is there anything that's going to make you happier? Are you pursuing those things that's going to make you happier? Are you doing those things that's going to make you happier? We all can be happy. She said, "I know who I am." And Shawana, I agree. I'm glad you do. And that takes a lot in itself to know and learn who you are. But at the same time, when you learn and know who you are, you being genuine with yourself to like who you are. And that's really what she's saying. She's happy about that because a lot of people know who they are, but realize they don't, or realize that sometimes don't even realize that they don't like who they are. You know what I mean? And we got to be real and genuine about that. About the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. I'm only lying to myself if I'm lying to you. A lot of us lie to ourselves because we lying to everybody else. So Shawana said, "I've learned to accept the things I cannot change, Well, Shawana, so hold up. Unless it's only things you can't change is things in others. But if there's anything that you want to change, it got to change. You only can change things in yourself. So, and accept the things I can. You can change anything within yourself, because all of the things that you like or dislike is your choice, including those who you deal with, including the business choices you make. I was speaking to my friend yesterday, and she was like, I have I have to take care, I have to take care of my daughter. I say, no, you don't have to. You choose to. No, I have to. Again, you don't have to take care of your children. There's witnesses and examples of that all over. You don't have to take care of your children. You choose to. I respect and commend that you choose to. But don't, because when I feel like when they say you have to, you kind of are doing something that you might not always want to do, or you might not even want to do. And I'm not talking about taking care of your children per se, but that's one of them. Some people feel they have to take care of their children and really don't want to. And that grows into somewhat of a psychological resentment, especially if their children are starting to go left or starting to have their own personality that is against everything that you've taught them. Then it becomes, I have to take care, but you don't really like the person, so you kind of are torn between two worlds. What do y'all say? What do y'all think? All right, I'm gonna start reading some comments. I see you. I see you, Shawana. Yeah. So I agree. These are just, I call them Sean facts, or straight talk, straight understanding from my perspective, because it's strictly my opinion, everything that I speak. I don't always think that I'm right. I don't always think that I'm wrong, but I will say that I'm logical, and more importantly, I'm honest. I'm honest about what it is, and sometimes I'm honest to a default, because sometimes my honesty can come off as insensitive, when in fact the sensitivity is not up to me. If I'm being honest and you don't like it, or you're sensitive about what I'm honest about, I don't blame myself for that. And once again, that can be the insensitivity in me. I say, hey, why are you sensitive over my perspective? All right, come talk to me, Shawana. I see you say you disagree. Which part about it? Some people think they have to have sex with their spouse because they are married. That's funny, because I just had that conversation. You say you disagree. So what is it that you feel? Uh, she said that some people feel like they have to have sex because they're married, and she says she disagrees. So what is your responsibility as far as showing that affection to your loved one in a marriage? What is that responsibility? Because I just question that as well. I believe, yes, that is your duty as a wife and my duty as a husband to satisfy and or to satisfy or to try to give my wife what it is that she wants, even though I might not want it, and vice versa. I could be wrong, but that's my opinion. And I'm curious to hear your opinion on what you feel. I have to be happy in my spirit. I understand what you said. Shawana, please come on. I want to invite you on so that we don't always have to type and read. But what do y'all feel about that? Shawana said, I have to be happy with my spirit, have to be happy. And I get that. But part of the happiness in a marriage, you made a commitment to someone else. You made a commitment to not just your happiness, but you made a commitment to their happiness as well. So it's not a happy wife, happy life in that case. As Jenna would tell me, it's a happy spouse, happy house. Both spouses need to be happy, and it's part of your responsibility to help with that happiness, in my opinion. So let's see. I'm gonna see if I can get you on here, Shawana. Are you ready? Are you willing? If you're willing, just say yes, and I'll try and see if I can share that with you. And over here, anybody in Instagram, if y'all want to come on, let's speak about it as well. I can speak to two different people. Y'all can hear one another, and we can continue the discussion. But that's an interesting point you're speaking about, Shawana, and I'm curious to know more about why and how why you feel that way, because I understand it, but I challenge it. I challenge that, hey, if you made that commitment, that's part of that commitment, in my opinion. Now, I'm not saying that, we've, especially when you do so many things for people you don't love that you don't want to do. You go to work and do things. All right, cool. You go to work and do things that you don't want to do, but you do it anyway because what? They paying you a check. And meanwhile, your husband, who's supposed to be uh who's supposed to be your rock, your back, your support system, and vice versa, you don't want to give them what they want, and it's sexual. Especially now, let's go even further. I don't know about y'all, but I know me, and I would assume most people have had sex when they did not want to, at one point or another in their life, with somebody they did not want to, for whatever reason. So how you going? Shawana says she's going to join us, and I can't wait so we could resume the conversation. But yo, this is a wellness check. If you're checking in right now, see you king or king. This is wellness check. How are you doing? Are you well? How are you doing over here on Facebook? Are you well? Let me know. How are you doing down here on YouTube? Are you well? And I don't want the generic, yeah, I'm good. No, seriously, are you well? And I say this because, like I said, I saw a good friend of mine, and I didn't think they were well. And it bothered me really to my core, to where it made me not well. And it still bothers me. And I'm trying to figure out, and I'm still in the process of figuring out what I can do to be helpful. But I will say that I feel like out of sight, out of mind, and they were not always on mine. And I feel like I didn't do my due diligence, although they didn't do theirs either. Akeem said, it's a struggle every day. Got to roll on. I believe that, but how do we roll on? That's the question. This is why I'm saying, because I did that every day. I was struggling. I struggle here and there, but when I saw my man struggle, it made me just think, yo, I ain't really struggling. I thought I was struggling, trying to deal and juggle some of my emotional and personal and business ties. But when I really saw somebody who was struggling, it's like all these billionaires talk about they got all these properties, but yet they can step and walk over a homeless person outside of their one of their properties and not have a care in the world. That's struggling. You know what I mean? All right. So we're gonna try and get over here. Shawana, anybody over here, please join me as well. Let me see. Bring someone in. All right, Shawana, I'm gonna type you in here. Bear with me, y'all. I'm getting ready to have my guest join me over here. Bring someone on. Let me see. Shawana. How do I do this? I don't know how to do it that well, but we about to try. No, I don't want to invite friends. Yes, I want to bring somebody on. All right, no results found. Bear with me, bear with me. All right. This is straight talk, y'all. Guest request, allow viewers to send. Okay. Send me a request if you can, Shawana. I think that's what they're telling me to do, is have you send me a request. Um Let me see. I'm trying to get somebody on over here, y'all. Anybody want to join me over here on Facebook? Join me. All right. I don't want to block you. I want Jared. What's up, Dr. Jared? How are you? All right. I'm trying to get somebody live over here so we can engage in conversation. Right now, we're talking about loving and sex. And nope. Resume. All right. I'm trying to get it, y'all. I'm trying to get it. Bear with me. Bear with me. Shawana, are you there? All right, Shimona, I'm good. So anyway, what we're talking about is a wellness check. Dr. Garrett, I'm sure you can understand this. I ran across a friend of mine and I felt like they were not where I would have liked. And I realized that I'm not sending wellness checks, or I'm not giving wellness checks to a lot of my people. I'm just going along with my life and letting it roll on. And I didn't like that feeling. So I'm now basically challenging people to do wellness checks on your loved ones, do wellness checks on your immediate, could be your husband, your wife, that you ain't really paying attention to. And that's what Shawana and I was about to talk about, because she says some people feel that uh, you need to uh, you need to have sex with your husband because you're married. And she said she didn't agree with that. And I said, I kind of want to speak with her about that, because I feel like there is a responsibility somewhere in there. So that's what we're trying to get on right now, speak about. So bear with us. It doesn't say you're here, Shawana. Let me see. Let me see. All right. I see you said you're just saying something. I don't either. I'm trying to work on it. Hold on. Let me touch your face here. No, that's all right. All right. We're going to get Shawana over here. Just bear with us. Yeah, this is Straight Talk, Lisa Straight Understanding. My name is Sean Bolden, Sean B. And this is what we do every Sunday, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Okay, I'm about to read what you just said, Nikki. 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 6 p.m. Eastern. I don't know what's going there. All right, we're trying to get this worked out here, and for some reason it's not. Let me see if I can ask. Okay, okay. All right, all right, all right. All right, Shawana, I think I got it. All right, Nikki, I'm about to read what you just said. You invited already, Shawana. It says the only way to roll on is to know man will let you, only way to roll is to know man will let you down, but when you recognize there is only one perfect spirit being that loves you unconditionally and will never turn their back. Well, if that's the case, I hear what you say, and that is the Most High, and it's to Him we owe the glory. I believe this is what keeps us going. Well, let me ask you this. You're absolutely right, but according to your concept, then that means that you're not being unconditionally or unconditionally loving either. You know, because if we're going to say that no one can unconditionally love other than the Lord, which I understand and can agree with, that means that neither can we. So, what do we expect if we can't extend it ourselves? So, help me understand that as well. All right. Let me get over here and get back over and try. Shawana, can you go to Instagram? If you're on Instagram, come over to Instagram and we'll do it there. Shawana, if you're on Instagram, come over to Instagram and we can do it there. Because I know how to do it there. Here I'm having difficulties. Here I am having difficulties, but we're gonna get it together. But anyway, so yeah, you're right on that. But did you just hear my point? What do you say when um, somebody is imperfect? We all are imperfect, so it's kind of like we can't throw a rock on somebody and not look at ourselves. You know, we all are imperfect. Hopefully, our quest is. Hold on, hold on. I see something. I see something. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. I heard something. Let's see here. What is it? All right, Shawan. Let's see. We got you over here. Ah, All right. You know what? I see some comments over here. There are not comments that we need to talk about. All right. So back to this. All right. Shawana, I am trying my hardest to do this live and bring someone on camera, and I do not know how either. So let's see. Guess allow guests to send. Bear with me, y'all. All right. I don't know how to do it. Bring. All right, I'm bringing Will because he said I can bring him on camera. Shawana, I'm gonna see if I can add you as well. My brother Will. Nikki, I'm gonna try and see if you're available to do it over here. Are you available to go on live? Let me know. All right. Let's see if Shawana came over here. So anyway, here we are. All right. So we was talking about love. We was talking about I got my brother Will, and he can definitely speak on some things as far as marriage is concerned because he's been married for quite a long time. And so, Will, if you're available, come on over. I just asked to add you. Shawana, if you want to come on over here. True, what's going down? So, yeah, like I was saying, we were talking about peace, peace, peace. We was talking about what the responsibilities of a husband or a wife was in marriage. And a friend of mine spoke about she didn't agree that you should have to have sex with your husband if you don't want to. And I challenged that. I and said I'm not able to. I don't know if I fully agree with that because you made a commitment, and part of that commitment was to try and become one, and not a happy wife, a happy life, but a happy spouse, a happy house. So I was going to speak with Shawana over here, but for some reason I don't know how to do it over here. Um, so I don't know if we're going to be able to get her on over here. I'm seeing if she can come over. All right, Elandra, what's going on? How are you? I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm trying to get us on here. All right, Kiara, what's up, baby girl? So, Shawana, we was just talking about that. Kiara, why don't you come on? Yeah, yeah. I'm challenging you to come on here. All right. I'm not saying that because I have proven to others I love you. I love them wholeheartedly. Some of them are not worthy. My heart, I speaks for itself. So I don't expect to see yourself. All right, here we go. Here we go. I just invited. All right, I'm seeing if I can. I just was trying to read what you said, Nick. All right. So I got Kiara, what's going on? I got Will, what's going on? I got Yolanda, what's going on? Dondi, Dave. I don't know what's going on, Shawana. If you could come over to Instagram, it'll probably be a little easier. Um, well, anyway, so let me see. You said you're not proof. I understand that we prove that we love people. We love people, what we call unconditionally. And wholeheartedly, as you described it. And sometimes, uh, my question becomes back to the original. Let's talk about sex. How much does sex influence your idea or ideal of love? Would you love the person if you didn't get intimately involved with the person? Because a lot of times when you get intimately and sex is so deep that a lot of people don't look at it from this standpoint that you really get involved and entangled with a person when you have sex with them, even if you are doing it consciously just to get your rocks off and not really connecting. You are connecting somehow, and sometimes that connection leads to uh, Miss Jackson says she'll come on, leads to some kind, that connection leads to places that you're not even willing to go to. So I ask everybody, I say, hey, I just invited Miss Nikki to come on over here, but I ask you, if you're having sex, how much does that determine whether you're in love or not? Because there's so many people who start feeling like once they got intimate, that's where they start getting clouded on being logical. They start getting clouded on being reasonable, and they call it love. And I want to challenge: is that Nikki? I need your video. Uh, we're talking about sex and love. I just invited you again, Miss Jackson. So if you're available, come on. We're talking about sex and love, and it says you're unable to join. And quite frankly, how sex influences love. All right, cool. How sex influences love. All right, so I'm curious to see how what people feel about that. And Nikki was just saying, the other Nikki was just saying that she loved wholeheartedly and unconditionally, and she was going to join me on here. And I say, yeah, I get that. But a lot of times, yo, if he put it down, you feel you're in love. If she whip you, you feel you're in love. And so let's talk about sex. Does sex influence? Sex is mind over matter, doesn't define love. Love is an action. It's a difference between loving someone and being in love. That's a very good point, Miss Woods. And I understand that, but I asked the question again. Does sex influence love? You know, how many people that you said you was in love with that were all wrong, and why were you in love with them? Did it have anything to do with the sex that you had with them, the intimacy that you grew with them? Because what other reason, if they're a horrible person, if you don't like them, if what is connecting them to you? If you did not have sex with them, would you have continued the relationship above and beyond to the point of where you fell in love? That's my question. So I asked that. Can I get an answer? Please, anybody, give me an answer. Would you be in love with somebody that is all the wrong reason if you did not get intimate with them, if you did not have sex with them? It says it really depends on the individual. All right, I'm asking individuals. Tell me what it depends on. Tell me your opinion. My opinion is that absolutely it overlaps and it has something to do with it. That's my opinion. I need to hear somebody else's opinion. Do you agree? Does it overlap? How many times have you called yourself in love and find yourself wanting to break up? Why did you want to break up? And if you want to break up, why was you in love? If it had nothing to do with intimacy, what made you fall in love with a person? Because guess what? If a person's lying to you and you ain't intimate with them, you'll find out about a lie and you'll cut them off. You've done it with all your friends. All the friends that you say, I ain't messing with them no more. I can't mess with them because they ain't about shoot and they ain't this and that. You did it with them. Why couldn't you do it with the love person or the person that you was intimate with or you had good sex with? Yeah, they whipped you or you got sprung. Talk to me. Talk to me. Yolanda, I'm talking to you. I saw your comment. Talk to me. Talk to me. All right, because you're absolutely right. It does depend, First Lady. But what does it depend on? As an individual, what does it depend on for you? What does it depend on for you? Let me know. All right. If someone exposed you to something you never had, then yes, it becomes a soul tie, a falling in love because of great sex, talking you to taking you on a different level. I absolutely agree. No, it'll be under Sean Bolden, Shawana, over on Instagram. It'll be under Sean Bolden. Just look for Sean Bolden. Come over there. But yeah, absolutely. That's my point. How did you allow them to expose you to something uh, that you never had before without you getting intimate with them? I think that that's part of the reason why we get twisted up in our emotions is because we can't contain our lust. We can't contain our attraction. And that's both men and women, in my opinion. Containing that lust, containing that attraction is a difficult thing to do, especially if they're attracted to you. You see somebody that you like, but then you get yourself caught up. You get yourself caught up. Hold on 1 second. Ah, there we go. Look at that. Shawana, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? I hear you. I can hear me very clearly. All right. Thank you for joining me first and foremost.
What's up? What's up? How you like that? I can hear me very clearly.
All right.
Thank you for joining me. Oh wait, I'm sorry. I gotta turn my computer off.
Okay. That's the echo. So we're about to have Shawana chime in on all of this. Yolandra, if you want to come on, Londi, come on as well, because I would love to hear your perspective if we can. Absolutely. So what's going on, Shawana? How are you? Did you hear what we was talking about?
Yeah, a little bit.
All right. Well, let me refresh where we are. She just said, "Hey, love." So Dondi Yolandra said that if sex is a what was it? Hold on, I'm gonna show her comment. She says, sex is mind over matter. Sex doesn't define love. Love is an action, and it's a difference between loving someone and being in love. And I said, I get that. I understand that. That's what we, often believe and understand. But the thing is, if you didn't have sex, would you be in love? If you didn't get that good, would you have put up with that bull that broke you up? Because if you're in love, why doesn't it continue?
Well, my phone is on. I think that sometimes, like you said earlier, people lust before falling in love, right? Mm-hmm. Sometimes people lust and have sex, and then they like it, and then they like the person more because now the sex is good, and now you're getting to know more about the person, so then you kind of fall in love with the person. This is, it's kind of like backwards, right? You're supposed to date and get to know the person and then start to like the person and like their values and them, and then you start to love the person and then you give yourself to the person. But I think that we do it the opposite. Like we like just a little bit of the person, just enough to have sex. And then if the sex is good, then we go, oh, so what else it is about you that I could possibly get to love? And then we get to know the person, based on how good or bad the sex is.
Well, that's, to me, the problem. You're absolutely right. We do it backwards. Absolutely. We do it backwards. Yeah, but I'm saying, but we continue to do it backwards. Why is that? And then we complain about, oh, this person is bad, or this person ain't no good. And
I think based on experience, right? Based on if you keep making the same mistakes and keep getting the same outcome, then maybe you will change those habits of, okay, I think sex is more important than getting to know the person's values.
Well, you're absolutely right. But, I ain't never been addicted to drugs, but I possibly have been addicted to sex. And quite frankly, that becomes the biggest excuse that person has is that, well, I'm going to change, and don't change like an addict say, I'm going to stop, but don't stop. You know what I mean? All right, cool. I see you got to plug up your phone. So, ladies, I'm asking you to comment on that. Men, I'm asking you to comment on that because I believe, like she just said, we do it backwards sometimes. And that's why I said, is it really love? I feel like New Edition song. Is it really love? Why does it hurt so bad? It hurts so bad because you wanted to get that sex on. Because you could have eliminated a lot of that hurt had you took the time to get to know a person and realize, and realize that, go ahead. Mm-hmm.
Sex will play a major part in if you want to continue that relationship.
I mean, but then the truth is, and what people lie to themselves about is that it's not just a sexual thing, and that's what it is. Be honest about it, and you might spare yourself some pain. Be like, yo, it's just the D or it's just the P that I'm enjoying, and tell that person. And
if people dated, I think dated the correct way, like really dated and got to know the person and compared, compared the two, like I get to know you, you get to know me, and then when you're dating, it kind of, you're communicating and you ask questions and you get to know certain things about the person, and that let you know if, it'll send you red flags or it'll send you green flags, right? So then you will know, okay, could I see myself with this person? Like, is this person really worth me continuing to, date them and getting to know them and giving myself to them?
Well, you're right. But I'll go even further. If you're dating them and all they want to do is get in your panties, and you don't know how to recognize that because they're good, and they finally do get in your panties, what is it that you accomplished in dating?
Well,
and I'm talking about you because
that's something that you would, eventually you will figure it out, because there's certain signs that there's certain things that one person is going to want more than the other. So if you're doing things and asking for things and a person is not giving it to you and they only giving you sex, then that should tell you that this person don't want what I want. So eventually you're going to find out. Or sometimes some people ignore the sign, right? Because they might like the person in more ways than the other person may like them, and hope that hopefully the sex is good. Hopefully one day they will come around. The sex is that good that he may change his mind.
You're speaking from you're speaking from what I would say a woman's perspective, and yes. That's why I have this straight talk leads to straight understandings, because we need to hear the different perspectives. And
sometimes there's some women that it reverses. Sometimes women don't want a relationship. They might just want sex. It might be some things about the guy that they know the relationship won't work, but they want the sex.
Well, that
sex might be good, but I know being in a relationship with you is going to be a problem.
That's not sometimes. That's most of the time, I would say. And the problem is that's a vicious cycle that everybody get hurt. So you'll never know you'll never have a man that can satisfy you, because you have a bunch of men that you determining what satisfy you, and you have a one man who got the sex, one man who's nice, one man who's this, and one man who's that, and you have all these smorgasbord of men's and what you want out of them in all these different places, and you selling yourself short, and you're not getting what you want, and you won't ever get what you want, because as you do that, what you want increases, and nobody's going to be able to satisfy it all.
And for men too. That's why
Well,
a lot of men have multiple women, and it's most of the time the woman wants the relationship and the man doesn't.
Well, let me build on that. That's not always the case.
More so for men than it is for women.
And you're right, but more so for that's because more so for men than women. If you think about it, what you just said is popular. They're thinking that they can change a person. Oh, well, maybe where men is not men most of the time.
That's our natural instinct.
I mean, but we gotta sometimes get out of our learned behaviors and our natural instincts and use our natural instincts as excuses to get our feelings hurt. Because our natural instinct might be to take what we want. We can't do that. Our natural instinct.
Right. Just like you just said, sometimes you cannot. You don't know. You don't know what the person's real intentions are unless you're really paying attention, right? Because you could have a person who's spending time with you, who's doing everything, right? But they just don't want to commit for whatever reason. They're doing everything.
Well, but the whole thing is, and this is why men sometimes have multiple, is because what is it that you want them to commit to that's so fulfilling? Monogamy? Is that fulfilling? Because as you just said, you got a lot of men who will be monogamous with you, but yet you don't want them because they ain't putting it down the right way, or they ain't doing something you don't like. So why tell me, how can you ever satisfy somebody like that?
That's why you have to communicate.
Agreed.
That's why you have to date and communicate, and y'all both can have
but my point to
understanding, right?
But
of what y'all both want.
And my point to that, right? My point to that was, it doesn't really matter about dating if somebody's not being honest. What you got to do is find somebody who's going to be honest. And to your point, and what you just said, women ain't honest when they just want dick, just like men ain't honest when they just want pussy. And that's the problem. Be honest.
No. Right, but that's dating does play a part.
I mean,
that's where the communication coming at. It's the maturity, right? It's the maturity, right? It's the maturity of the person to know that, I'm just going to tell this person, I like you, I'm attracted to you, but I don't want to be in a relationship. I don't want to do, this and that. I just want to have sex. That's all I want to do.
But that was...
You do have some people that will do that.
Most people will when they have a choice. Problem is, a lot of people don't give that choice.
Have a choice.
Huh? A lot of...
What you mean?
Because a lot of times, like, this is what I'm saying about dating, and this is what I meant by it. Is a lot of people say dating, but if I'm dating you, Shawana, and my goal, I just want to get in your panties, but I'm lying, I'm giving you the time. I'm telling you what you want to hear. I'm telling you all this stuff, but I'm lying. So dating is not going to change a liar. You have to be able to identify a person who is true before you even date.
Right. So that's why the person has to communicate.
I'm telling you, I'm communicating lies.
You have to understand, have to know what it is that they want, right? So if I know what it is that I want, and even though you're lying to me, there's going to be something in the behavior that's going to give me a red flag to go, you don't want what I want.
Well,
so it's up for me to decide to say, okay, I'll continue with this maybe until something else come along.
and Tell me something. Are you single or are you in a relationship?
I'm single.
Now, you're saying you're single. How is it out there as a single person? Because right now, I think it's
It's
horrible.
hard and horrible.
And so the point being is that we got all these people who are single, all these people who are saying they're happy being single, but really not as happy as they want to be.
They lying.
I, but it goes back to the point that I was making. Be honest. And it don't matter whatever you do, don't matter if it's not rooted with being honest. Because they can honestly string you along. You can miss all the signs because they are great liars. Just
Right,
like
but sometimes it's really hard, right? Because when you have when you know what you want, not looking for anything perfect, because nobody's perfect, but it's just certain things that you just can't be with the person. Like, you could be with them as far as maybe just sex, and because other things, when communicating, you see and you get to know the person, and like, oh no, like, I just can't be in a relationship with this person. So I think when a person have, again, values, morals, standard, when dating, you're going to know the red flags through the communication. So that's what makes, things hard when,
I can't.
and circumstances.
I agree. Now, my question to that, and this is a fair question. Doesn't it get more complicated when you are just having sex with that person and you sitting there just doing the sex, but you're acting like you're good with it because you really get attached and grow feelings, especially as it continues to grow. And you have an understanding, a clear understanding, but you want more and you always wanted more, but you sacrificed and allowed yourself to get less. And now you're sitting there confused because your emotions are kind of unbalanced, but you knew from the start that you shouldn't. So why did you give them some?
So true. It's true.
Yeah,
Yes.
I want you to answer that. Why did?
And then you settle, right? And then you settle, and next thing you know, you've been in a relationship with this person for months and years because y'all got comfortable with each other.
Well, when you get, let me say this with you. When you have sex more than 3 times, you're comfortable with each other. Period. Because if it goes more than once, you're comfortable enough to have it go twice. And once they are in your intimate spaces, there is no more comfort. Once they see you naked, like in Adam and Eve, once they see naked, there is nothing else to see.
Right, but then it becomes mental, right? It becomes a mental thing. Now in your psyche, you like, okay, I've been with this person, and for women, I can't speak for all women, but for me, who wants to be out there like that? Nobody wants to keep giving themselves, or not just sexually, but
Shawana,
giving themselves to a person or people. It become overwhelming.
Oh, I get it, but Shawana,
wow.
Straight talk leads to straight understanding. Here's the straight talk. When you're giving yourself, who wants to be out there like that, you're out there like that if that person is out there like that. So what are you saying? If the person is going out there and doing whatever they want and just coming out, you're out there like that. Just because you ain't having sex with other people don't make you not out there like that. You're out there like that. So where's the logic in that?
Not true, because you don't know what that person is.
Right. So where's the logic? Why do we make ourselves believe that we're not out there like that, or it's not what it is? And I'm gonna answer it as well. Why do we do it? Because we done got caught up in the intimacy and let the lust drive us instead of letting our hearts and our minds drive us. And once we got into the point, that's why I'm like, dating, dating, communicating, yes, but if dating doesn't make communication better, if you're communicating and dating,
I mean, like, it depends on what you mean by dating. Like, I think when you're dating somebody, that's your courtship. That's when you're getting to know each other. That's, I mean, like you made a point. You don't know if the person is lying or not, but you still I think the whole purpose of dating is getting to know the person. But I think that over time, the morals, the values, the things have changed. You know,
yeah,
it's not the same like when we were younger, when our parents were younger and they dated and they just was into this one person.
Wait. It's not the same, but let me share some of the differences. The difference is they got married. They didn't really date. They got married. They didn't. They did. If they had
dated,
right,
they dated, they got married.
Right. So that was, they didn't date. So let's be clear that we act like they dated. No, they got married. They courted. Okay. If they got pregnant, they got married. So they went in and they valued things differently than we did. And they were failed marriages for the same reasons we're talking about right now. Because they didn't really go through a thorough evaluation of a person. And all my point is that dating doesn't mean that you're going to get a thorough evaluation of a person, because as a matter of fact, the more you date, the more intimate you can get when you're seeing that person physically and you spending that time. That's then becomes cloudy, because that's just as intimate as sex sometimes.
Right, but then there's communication, right? That there's communication.
Okay, let me communicate with you.
As many times as I see you, right? I'm calculating what you're saying to me.
Right.
Right? So while you're communicating and I'm getting the energy and I'm feeling you or not feeling you, then I know what the red flags are for me.
All right, well, let me communicate.
Right? I know if I continue.
You froze up.
I think I'm married.
What was that? You froze up. Can you repeat that?
I'm still frozen?
Nah, you're not. No.
Okay. So when getting to know somebody, right? Let's just call it dating, right? Because you're going to see each other. Whether you're talking on the phone, you meet up with each other, you're going to be talking.
Difference.
Even if you're texting, there's going to be questions and there's going to be answers, right?
Right.
So based on the questions and the answers is how you come up with, and I don't know.
I get what you're saying.
Do I like this person? Oh no, this person is crazy. Oh no, while being with this person, this person smokes cigarettes. Oh no, I know I cannot be with you. Or this person has children, or has small children. I know I don't want to be with somebody who has small children, or this person don't want to have children, and I do want to have children. So there's certain things that's going to be talked about that's going to let you know, do I just want to just have sex with this person? Because I know there's no long term going, because they have that going on with themselves.
Okay, my question then becomes, why is that an option?
Why is what an option?
Do I just want to have sex with that person? Why is that an option?
Because you might be attracted to the person. You might just want to have sex with the person.
And guess what? That's what fucks people up.
How?
Because, all right.
I don't know if I say to the person, listen, I know,
Let me, I'll answer that.
We couldn't have sex.
Let me answer that. Because I dick you down well. And now all of a sudden you're like, okay. So how is it gonna be a problem? Because I go ahead.
It still doesn't change the fact that you have something going on in your situation that I know that I don't want to be going with.
It changes this fact. It changes the fact that anytime I come around, I'm blocking anybody else from coming around, because I'm giving you Okay.
Not true.
So wait, you've never been
Not
you've
true.
never been it's never been put down on you to where uh uh you have invited
If
that,
you rejected another person because that was so good,
not that you rejected another person, but if somebody's serious about you and
and you have to be serious about them too.
but the whole thing is that getting serious about them is being now cloudy because you're getting somebody else.
No.
Okay, I can't.
If somebody is interested and then my focus is on that person, then nobody can't come and dick me down because, or whatever you said, because I'm already focused on that person, right? So if a person is if there's a person of interest, right, and you know that everything is gonna go well, you're not gonna mess that up for somebody who's just a piece of dick.
Okay, I hear you talking, but that ain't always a reality.
Well, right, for some people.
And so that's why I'm like, all right. You said when does it change, and I'm like, the reality is the nice guy who, because usually the person who's yeah who's giving you the good loving is not a nice guy, and usually that's part of the reason why you can't see a future with them. It's because they're not a nice guy. But me,
no, not because they're not a nice guy. They could be a nice person, and you just don't want to deal with their situation.
explain. Give me another example.
Okay, so I'm single. I don't want to date men who have small children.
Okay.
Right? If you have small children and you have, a lot going on like in that area, but you're single too, but you have small children, right? But you're a nice person. You got good morals, good values, all of that. But that one thing, right? I know that I don't want to deal with. I don't want to be a stepmother. I don't want to be bothered with. I don't want to deal with the situation, right? I don't want to.
Okay, so
I like you as a person, right? We can still be friends. We could, but I'm gonna tell you,
okay, now
I want to deal with that.
Okay,
but we can still be friends.
The whole thing. All right, so you say that to me. I have a small child, and I'm serious about you. I want to marry you, and you're saying no because. So, why do you have sex with me?
Because I just want to have sex with you. That's it.
Okay, so is that
I'm gonna tell you
but wait,
it.
is that fair? Seeing I'm telling you I want to marry you. Why is that? Why would you even put yourself in a position?
You shouldn't want to marry me, not knowing that I don't want to be bothered with your children. That's something is wrong.
Well, first,
if a person is telling you they don't want to be bothered with your children, then why would you want to marry them? That's red flags right there.
I mean, it depends on if you're a solid person with solid character. And first off, I'm like, I would be like, how you not want to be? I hear you don't want to be involved with my children. Okay, I get that. You have a child. I am going to be a stepdad no matter what, just like you'll be a stepmom no matter what. So because my children are young is what your issue is. Now, now my question then becomes, where's your issue and why is your issue? Because my children are young. You get all the attention necessary. You don't have any drama from any baby mamas, and I'll keep my child.
Huh? I don't want to be bothered with children.
Okay, well, then all right, you don't want to be bothered with children. We established that.
Now, if the kids are older, they on their own, they grown, then maybe.
And I can understand that, and I'm like, I can understand that. So my point is, all right, so you don't want to be bothered with children. Why did you have sex with me? I don't. Why are you even considering having sex? Why aren't you taking the responsibility? Because you're the one who don't want something. I know what I want.
Okay, so
You don't
but
want
why would
children,
you
so
have sex with me,
well,
knowing that you was
personally,
gonna have feelings? So it's two,
yeah,
right? I'm
personally,
not the only one accepting
it
having sex
the
with you.
communication. You're
You
right.
have a right.
You're
You
right.
have a moral right to say, you know what, I really like you and I really want to be with you, but I don't want to have sex with you if you don't want to be
Yeah,
bothered with my children. I know where my feelings are with you. So I think, if you don't want to, be bothered with my children, then I don't think I want to be bothered with you at all.
and
Because it's not going nowhere.
you,
And I wanted to go somewhere, but, that's how people should take it.
I do that. I specifically do that. But
Right.
again, that's why I don't really get, I tell them straight out, yo, this is what I want. You don't want that. All right, cool. Peace. But sometimes before that happens, we've been intimate and it's been great. Now we're having longer conversations because it's still we still have that lust and that desire. I wouldn't have that desire if in fact but I'm like, all right, so my mistake is I had sex prematurely. I should have asked you these questions before we went there.
While dating.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, dating, whatever. See,
Courting,
it don't matter.
while
See,
courting.
you put in a time limit on. I'm like, yo,
No, there's no time.
because
No
we
time.
could have
No
had that.
time.
Wait, we could have had that conversation in one night. I could have sat with you for 24 hours and asked you all of those questions.
All the conversation, because sometimes it could take a long time for you to get to that red flag.
Well,
right?
my point.
That red flag, it could take a long time to get to that red flag. It ain't got to be the first night.
But my point is,
Right?
it could be. It could be. I ask you every question that I want to know. You want kids? Now we sitting there. Yo, how you feeling? I'm feeling it, and we have sex. So
most of the time, that doesn't happen.
I mean,
right?
No.
Most of the time, people do not say, "Oh, I want to get married. I want to have." Well, sometimes they say
absolutely.
Sometimes people don't know if they really want that, or they may not want it with you, but they may just want to have sex.
Okay, well, there goes.
You could be physically attracted to a person and just want to do that and not want to be in a committed relationship with a person.
Okay, so
that doesn't make you a bad person because you just want to have sex with a person and not be committed to them.
It makes you a bad person when you're not open about that. It makes you a bad person when
you're leading a person in
right.
and you making them believe that you want to be with them like that and you don't. That's what make the person a bad person.
We're in agreement. I agree wholeheartedly. I'm trying to figure out how do we avoid that in the first place.
Just be honest and straight understanding.
Yep, straight talk leads to straight understanding. And to your point, that's exactly
understanding.
Yeah, that's exact. Well, you said a good man earlier. You said, what if he's a good man? To me, the definition of a good man or a good woman is real simple. It's an honest man or honest woman. And yes. Unfortunately, that's where our if you look at it from that standpoint, that's where we lack. Is there aren't a lot of honest men and women. There's a lot of women who feel exactly what you're saying, but won't give that straight talk to the person that they're dealing with it because they think they might hurt the person's feelings and they might do this and they might do that. They're playing motherly. Oh, he's so nice. I don't think he'll be able to handle it.
Yeah, you know some people. I'm not that person.
Well, that's a good thing. And so with that being said, let's challenge you. Why are you single?
I'm single because I just haven't found the right person.
Okay. And in your quest or your search, because I'm sure you found a lot of people.
I have friends. I have people to communicate with.
Why don't you? Why are they not attractive with the whole package of what you need?
Some have bad habits.
Are you intimate with those bad habit people?
No, not all.
Okay.
Just one.
Just one. So that one person, let's speak there. That one person that you're intimate with. Why do you continue the intimacy if you're searching for a relationship?
Because comfortability.
Okay.
To be honest, the comfortability of me knowing the person is not a bad person, right? The person just has their own situation, right? That I'm choosing to deal with.
Wait. Slow down. Let's back up. We just said a good person, somebody that doesn't lie. Is if he got a situation, if he got a situation, does that situation know about you?
The situation is not another person.
Okay. So
right?
Go ahead.
The situation is more of family, right? It's more family like obligations, right? So it makes the situation a little harder because the person is responsible for a parent, and and can't give what they want to give because they're responsible for a parent.
A parent meaning mother, father?
Mother, right.
Okay. So man, what happened? Oh man. I just lost her. I got a phone call. Here we go. Ain't that something? Let me tell you what just happened.
What happened?
My mother called, as you said. A person is responsible for a mother. She literally, that was her. I tried to do it and it disconnected the whole line.
Now you should understand what I'm saying. Right?
Man.
I don't want to come in between a person and their mother, right? However, he doesn't know how to balance the two, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not forcing him. I'm not saying, oh, you gotta, no, I'm not, it's nothing like that. Is that the problem is with me is, do I continue to wait, or wait for him to figure out how he can balance the two? And, that's why when I said I'm not dating, I communicate with others.
Right? Is he aware of that?
Because I don't know if I want to continue to wait. So I'm, going to talk to people. I just don't know what can happen. So I'm not going to,
put all your eggs in one basket. Okay. My question is,
so
if
somebody comes in worth me letting him go, then I think I will.
Is he aware of this?
Yes.
Okay. Well, then at that point, do you allow anybody else in?
No. I mean, as far as communicating and
but you ain't giving.
I haven't.
You're not being intimate with anyone else.
Anybody worth me saying I'm gonna leave that situation and then I'm gonna just, no.
So you haven't been able to be intimate with others, or maybe you have, but you're not intimate enough to where you want to let that go. That's interesting. Okay, that's pretty interesting. My rule of thumb of what I'm learning now is I'm single, but I'm not detached from my ex. So because
You what?
I'm not detached from my ex.
Oh,
So in knowing that, I don't
and why?
I don't attach to anyone else.
Why?
Why? Because I understand that I'm not detached. Now, why I'm not detached? We've been together for a long time. We.
And that person is an ex.
I understand that I'm single. I get that. But at the same time, I'm very clear on where I am with it, and I'm very clear not to get anybody or pull anybody into my web of
But what
confusion.
about her?
That's her.
That because she's detached to you as well, right?
That would be a question you would have to ask her. I can't dictate what she does. I can only dictate what I do.
Right, but how can one person be attached and the other person not?
Easily, it happens. It happens every day.
Something to attach to.
It happens every day. There's um it happens in romantic relationships as well as relationships like you just described, with the gentleman that you're involved with. He's attached to his mom, and he doesn't know how to. It's still an attachment. He doesn't know how to detach, or doesn't feel to detach, and you don't feel like getting entangled in it. So it's the same difference, just a different relationship. But the point is, go ahead.
It's the attachment part is the same, but it's who, right? Who, right? Now you can be attached to a parent, but you could easily, like, you could let the parent go. I mean, you could let the ex go too, but it's kind of different. Like, you can move on, like, into another relationship, being attached to a parent. But when you're attached to an ex, it's like you're hoping, or you're waiting for something.
Not particularly.
Right, to arise.
I mean, you can.
You're waiting for something.
That could be the scenario. No, here's let me give it to you another perspective, and you'll relate to it very clearly. You're just used to something, and you don't feel like going and exploring and getting familiar with something else, because you don't want to devote that time and energy to learn something else, because that can become just as problematic. So if I have already invested this time and energy, and I know what a relationship deserves, and time and energy a relationship deserves, why would I want to give a half-ass effort to something that is unfamiliar and go through the same emotions that I'm going through with the person that is familiar? So that becomes.
Because that's exactly what I'm dealing with right now too.
I heard that. That's why I said it.
Yes, I'm dealing with the same situation. Is that I'm attached to this person and been attached to this person for a very long time, and although I do communicate with other people, for some reason I just don't detach from this person, because I don't know. I do feel like giving or learning something new, I think, and then you don't know what's going to happen when you already invested all of this time and you understand the situation. And that's what relationships are about. It's about learning and, and figuring things out, and, being comfortable and trust and all of that stuff. So to let that go, to go with something else, is kind of hard. So I understand what you're saying, because I am in that same.
Right. So that's why when you said it earlier, I said, oh yeah, it's very simple to explain. But the thing is, I'm very clear on what it is. I'm very clear, and more importantly, I don't communicate with others in an intimate way that will compromise the other person's feelings, because I'm very aware that they might feel me being a single man, and have something that they would want with me that I'm not able or willing to give to them.
So, what would you call the situation that you're in? Would it be an open relationship? Because you said it's clear that y'all broken up.
If I was to define it, if I was to define it,
it doesn't sound like
if I was to define it, that would be a good way to define it, an open relationship. But I feel like we're not in a relationship at all, but we are intimate at times, and yeah, we both can be and can date whomever we like, and so therefore the open relationship. But that's kind of how I've always approached the relationship in itself. It's just that what I didn't communicate it that well.
So what would you do if she wants to detach from the relationship?
I would support it, and I would. She has wanted to, and I was like, "Yo, let's go ahead and get you your man. Don't be a piece of pussy. Don't be sex to anybody."
But why are you dictating? Why are you dictating?
First off, I can't dictate to make anybody do anything. I can only suggest. You have the right. I can't make. Because why shouldn't I? I love that person. Why shouldn't I? Because I love that person. Why shouldn't
I? Okay. Well, then if she wants to move on, then let her have that. Because what you're suggesting is like, he really don't want me to move on. And that's what it sounds like.
Well, guess what, Shawana, don't put the responsibility on me if you don't want to make that choice. Go out.
Right, so
I'm not.
Don't suggest.
Wait. Shawana, why shouldn't I be able to suggest?
No.
Hey, you're a grown woman. I can't make you do anything. Right. So act like a grown woman and take on the responsibility. Cut it off. Once
no more attaching.
Okay. Then guess what? Just like
okay, bye.
I understand.
So don't be just sexing anybody.
Well. The whole thing is, let me explain that. The whole thing is that I'm sitting there like, yo, you already done made some choices like myself that were pretty, for lack of better terms, stupid. So
what?
You and I both made some choices that were stupid, and how we approach each other and how we had other relationships. Now, what is it that you say you want? If you say you want to go ahead and sow your wild oats and do all that, all right, cool. No problem. If you say you want to be a wife to somebody, and I'm like, all right, well, let me help you on some of the things of how you can be that wife, because you haven't been a wife to someone successfully, and there's a reason for that.
You can't do that.
There's no such thing as can't. Now you're trying to dictate what I do.
You cannot, and she can't either, because you don't know who that person is, who she's gonna be with.
First off,
you don't know the person who she's gonna be with is the person is going to make the determination if she's a good wife or a bad wife.
Wait. So that person can?
Yes, because she's gonna be with that person.
Okay, so now.
So that's just
Shawana, let me ask you this: the guy you're dealing with, right?
Mm-hmm.
He says, "Hey, I can't give you what you want," right? But I don't ever want to see you hurt. Do you trust him enough? Do you trust him enough to know that he's genuine with that?
Yes.
Okay, so now if he's genuine with that, and you're expressing interest in another person, and because you're honest and open, you're able to. Mm-hmm. And he's like, "Oh, okay, that's a nice guy. Okay, well, or that guy might not be a nice guy. And okay, I know I paused. Can't
guy or not a nice guy.
Okay, that person's a nice guy, or he might not be a nice guy. Now, as a guy, I might be able to see some things you can't see. That's just true.
As far as what?
As far as in another guy. Just like as
you don't know that person.
Listen to what I'm saying. As a guy, I might be able to see some things you can't see. Just like as a woman, you might be able to see something in another woman that I can't see. Uh-oh. You turned your camera off. Can you hear me? Are you there? Shawana. Shawana. All right, we lost Shawana. Uh-oh. Where you at? Okay, we lost Shawana. What is going on? Light. All right. Let's see if she want to call back in. I lost you somehow. Every time I get a phone call, I'm losing. Are you there? Are you there? All right, Facebook. We've been having a great conversation. Matt, what's up, brother? What's going on, Matt? Yeah, I saw that picture that you had the other day when you was a kid. I think it was a advertisement. What you doing with that? Good. All right, all right. I'm good. I'm good. So Facebook, I'm about to end this with y'all. I'm gonna keep over here on Instagram, but thank you for joining me. Straight Talk, Lisa, Straight Understanding. Peace, love, and unity. YouTube. I'm gonna finish with y'all as well. NFTs. Oh, okay. All right. I didn't recognize it. So you doing some NFTs now? That's cool. I was just talking about that. I'm not that familiar with the world, but I'm learning about it. All right, YouTube and Facebook. I'm gonna get off here too as well. Thank you for joining me.